Welcome back to the Daniel Thomas Show. So, Tom, you got one for us today?
I do. And I like to go into the esoteric stuff and find the research papers and things of this nature. So I found a couples therapist, and she put together this list of the 7 most important insights that she's come across in keeping a marriage or a relationship going.
Okay.
So I wanted to run these by you, see what you think. So first and foremost,
He loves doing this to me because he knows I'm going to like losing it.
yeah.
At least by number 3 or 4, it'll be like, what?
we're gonna have to keep this tight. So number 1, relationships are hard work.
Okay. Yes,
Well-
they are. Well, no, but see, that's the thing. People, I get a kick out of the woman that we meet every now and then, and I've been married 5 times. And my 5 times, there should be rim shots at the wedding. How do you feel about this one? Gonna take him forever. Ba-dum-ba!
Or,
You know what I mean?
or the DJ who says, "Welcome back.
Exactly.
Nice to see you again."
Yeah, exactly. Number 2.
So number 2, there's no such thing as a perfect partner. Period.
You're not.
Yeah,
You're not perfect. They're not perfect. You know, this is the thing that I had a friend of mine say about, I said, how long have you been married? She was 32 years. And I said, wow, that's really amazing that you guys like. She goes, well, he's trained. I don't want to train somebody new. He's in a good spot right now. So,
Well, I think that goes from both sides. It's not just training. It's coming along and understanding that wish list that you started off with 101 items that you had to have. Really, yeah. If you've got that list, throw it away. It's not going to happen. You can go to Singles Anonymous right now.
exactly. And the next thing is number 3.
Number 3.
Okay.
The reality is you are not going to stop growing at this point in time. Just because you've landed the fish, you got the relationship, it's all well and good. It's just the beginning. Things keep changing.
Well, you know what's funny is people do get married and they sell a line, they sell
Right.
a show, and then
Or
my
a
God,
filter.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Exactly, or a filter.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were like this until we got to doing our finance together. Which again, you were together
Yeah.
too quick before you made a serious commitment. Even moving in together, you need to talk about all this stuff because man, we have just heard horror story after horror story where people end up sometimes dead because of the craziness that they do in their lives, and just lives go out of control. They lose their kids. Everything bad happens by jumping too quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and so, we're going to move on to number 4. The willingness to make a commitment is critical, and growing within that commitment. So, we talked about your friend the other day whose wife forgot that she took the vow for sickness and in health, and he got sick, and she's ready to hit the road.
right.
Which is, I'm sorry, that's disgusting
Isn't it?
in the face.
Isn't it? And it was so funny because I was so appalled by that.
Yeah.
And another friend said, this isn't your problem. This is his problem. I said, no.
No.
I can have a problem with this because, I am a committed guy. When I make my mind up and I'm committed to a person, that's that. That's what people don't get. And I've met a lot of people at our age that have never been in a committed relationship because the guy was a philandering douche, or she just thought that, oh, he's at golf, that means I can go bag somebody else too.
Right.
So it's horrible.
Yeah, so let's move on to number 5. This one is I think should have been number 1. Statistically, 69% of the problems that come up in a relationship never get solved.
Right.
Okay?
You know why? Because they don't communicate.
Well, in the article, and this paper goes on to talk about the fact that it's not just the communication, it's the reality that you're thinking you're going to change somebody. So some of the little habits, it comes down to you're going to deal with it. You're going to manage it. Is that really a deal breaker? Well, no. Especially you're 5, 10, 15 years in, you've got kids, etc. She doesn't do the dishes before you go to bed, or, what? These are not deal breakers.
Yeah.
But
do you know what's funny is I know so many people that don't get the weight of children and how it's going to tie them down. It's going to make it so that you can't have fun. I have family members that are idiots that have like, I don't have fun anymore. You have children. You have fun with your children. And it's not drinking at the river. It's supposed to be out taking care of your responsibilities. Sure. And these idiots don't do that. And they, and it's not. You're never going to be the richest person in the world. It's not going to happen to you or me or you.
No.
So we're somewhere in between that and the brokest person in the world. So get it together and do what you can do to enjoy the experience with your children and move on. I'm telling you this right now. From a man that's got adult children, and I know we've talked about this off camera, and that is that we really enjoy where our kids are at right now and the relationship with them and how they come in, but the freedom that we have. You got called out of town on a business trip where it would have been 10 years ago, it would have been a complete disaster to have that happen at times. And now it's not, because you're not driving kids to school, you're not doing that commitment, and it's just, okay, I'll go, so...
Well, and that really leads to number 6, which within the relationship, you have different stages or different components of the relationship. You have the business relationship, how do our finances work, etc. You have the emotional, romantic relationship, the physical intimacy. You've got that mom-dad relationship with the kids. One thing that you and I have both been through is your parents are going to get older. And at some point in time, you're going to have a need or the responsibility to help your parents. And please step up, do so. It's not easy, it's not pretty, but it's the right thing to do. They spent so much of their time and energy to raise you, to put you in the best spot they could. The least you can do is help them in their time of need. So as they get older, you're going to have commitments to your parents.
You know what? This is the thing that goes back to what we talk about with friendship and reliable people. And are you reliable? Are you somebody that people can trust and people can rely on? Again, it's not money, guys. It's somebody's word, somebody's follow through. I have a friend right now that's going through this very thing right now and having to navigate a parent in the hospital and dealing with that and dealing with the dynamics of her brother. And knowing what I've been through, she came to me and was like, I have questions about this, this, and this. And unfortunately, I'm very experienced at this with my girlfriend passing away and the treatment centers and the health centers and places that, you're told, hey, this is going to rehabilitate him. And it's basically, you'd be better off to park him in your garage in a bed than the care that they get at some of these places, the non-care that they're charging thousands of dollars a day for. So
no, and it comes down to, like Dan said, being that trustworthy person. I have a neighbor who's fortunately got some wonderful kids that are helping her out, etc. But she's had an extreme case of some cancer and so forth, and has been in the hospital, and she's home now. But being the neighbor that I am, it's like her kids aren't there 24/7, and they know that if they need anything, they can call me and I can check on mom.
How kind of you,
Well,
it really is.
It's the right thing to do.
But the point is that that's how we were raised, and that's what trustworthiness is. And again, I just, guys, why can't I get a good job? Why can't I get good friends? Why can't I get a good relationship? Look at everything, and the common denominator is you. And if you're not trustworthy and you're not a good person, that's where it starts, guys. It really does. And I have a friend that's looking for business partners and things like that, and I'm telling him you don't want similar interests and the fact that the guy likes football or anything like that. You want somebody that is an honorable person that is going to be reliable if you need them. So.
Right, and it's going to bring something to the table that you may not, a strength to your weakness.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's absolutely the best thing, and that's true in relationships as well. Because trust me, my wife brings a whole lot of strengths, and I bring all the weaknesses. But it works.
One of them is weaker than the other.
Yes, absolutely. And number 7, your relationship is unique. It's a world unto itself. So just because somebody's relationship functions in a certain manner doesn't mean yours does. So please don't listen to the advice of your friend who's, he went golfing one day. That means he's cheating on you. No. If you trust him and he truly enjoys golf, and he comes home after golf and isn't drunk and doesn't smell of perfume, you know what? He probably went and played golf.
Yeah.
Even though your friend's boyfriend or husband or whatever was out cheating on him. So,
but again, guys, the thing I get a kick out of is as you hear about friends that their relationships end, and we had no idea. And you don't. You have no idea what goes on, behind
Yeah.
people's door. But again, set the example. If you set the example, you're gonna have people in your life that are gonna live the same life as you. Don't be around flakes, because that's what you're gonna be. If you're around 3 flakes, you're gonna be the 4th flake.
That's
so
yeah,
simple.
yeah. That's a whole nother video.
Yeah, exactly. So
but we appreciate you watching. Please.
What's the email address, Tom?
It's Daniel Thomas Show at Yahoo.
Tom loves the comments. Tom loves the
please,
emails.
keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Yeah. Send the show topic ideas and everything that you guys have, because it's solid gold and we appreciate it. And tell us what you think. Tell us what you don't like too.
Yeah, we
love that.
We love the hate mail.
Hey, fatso.
You guys are old and bald. What's the deal about that?
Some of us are bald, okay?
Some of us have great hair pieces.
We're part of the hair club for men, okay? We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks for watching.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.